Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. It is day 5 past 10 in the night on the day that will be uploading. I woke up at like nearly 9. I literally slept through pretty much the majority of the day somehow. But yeah. So yeah, recording like again, a situation where I record and upload immediately after editing it. Pretty much. Let's do this anyway. I sit listening to an 11 meters long-winded lectures, my mind wandering far from the scribbles on the dirty blackboard. I told you, I'm not a dirty blackboard, you bitch. Can't freaking do that voice without having to pause a bit, you know? You know how I am when it comes to reading? It's like this. Since I called Lily, my mind's been wandering and I've been drawn into the two directions. Both roughly lead to the same conclusion. I've started to feel oddly detached from my past life. You know, I don't frickin' pause on stuff, you know? With the little blackboard voice. I have to frickin' pause, because it does a number on the throat. Yeah, it's only been a month and a half since I arrived here, yet the school has become a second home. I've gained new friends and contacts, managed to get to grips with the school's lifestyle and culture, and become accustomed to the quirks of my classmates. So becoming used to a school where disabilities are the norm, rather than the rare exception, still catches me off guard sometimes when I think on it. The same school that's populated by burn victims, amputees, the blind, the deaf, and all manner of disabilities in between. If someone had described the school to me before I'd come, I'd have shrugged it off as an overactive imagination. Even when I first arrived, I felt like the Dutch, coming to this strange new land for the first time. It's amazing how quickly one becomes used to the environment they're forced to live in, really. And now I've even found someone that's got me entirely smitten. What a strange life. Before my mind can wander any further, though, I find a page of learned behavior slipped under my distracted face. The garish bright pink ink has no doubt been penned by Misha. Don't look so bored, He-chan. School's nearly over. 3-day holiday. Alright, we get Saturday and Monday off. Can't complain about having less school, I suppose. I uncut my pen and scribble on the page before covertly passing it back to her, flicking my eyes to the front of the class every now and then. Misha continued scrolling away arcane equations and formulas on the board. I'm guessing you have something planned. Misha takes the paper back and hunches over it, comically even for her, with her tongue poking through the side of her mouth. Did she misinterpret my expression as depressed and is trying to cheer me up? Student council work with Shi-chan, of course. Yes, not still brooding over that, surely. But He-chan could have helped us poor lonely girls. I lend her a hand for today if I weren't going to be busy. Oh, naughty He-chan! You know, I should just read it in her voice, even though it's, you know, passing notes. I'm just going to meet Lily with Hanako. I don't know what you're not going, what you've got going for your head. So, Lily's back! Yeah, she's coming on the evening flight with her sister, so she'll be back in school next week. Hooray! Now I'll know what to call this part, probably. I'd literally start this recording thinking that, it's like, and then there's video descriptions. Why did I start writing video description in such detail? It's such a pain in the ass. I mean, now I can't write simple video descriptions now, like maybe 1 or 2 lines and that's it. Well, technically I did that with Final Fantasy X recently on my recent upload of that on my other channel yesterday. That was pretty brief. But that's because the whole part didn't really have much to really write about. It was kind of straightforward. But in this LP, it's like, so much happens, and I freaking end up writing about the whole thing in the description. It's such a pain. As she takes the note back and begins to write, I look up to see an unwelcome sight. When I frantically try to soundly catch Misha's attention, Misha confidently strides through the gap between the desk from the front of the class. His intent gaze focused directly on her. He is not amused. You know, that reminds me, I think it was just when I was trying to sleep last night, or rather this morning, I guess, because I slept for the day. I was thinking, you know what? Oh, actually, what was it? Man, it was something. Oh yeah, Bob Ross. I was thinking, what if I mean, she's not even in this scene at all, but I was thinking, Rin. It's like, what if I put her face on Bob Ross's face? Just like, I'm just saying that just to remind myself, because I might do that, because that seems like it could potentially be amusing. Anyways, she suddenly stops writing as his tall figure casts an impossibly long shadow over the page. He suddenly takes the piece of paper from her and begins to read. Oh, it's one of those situations, is it? You're passing notes, teacher gets you and reads out loud. I've never had that happen to me, but has anyone else had it happen to them? I mean, like, I've heard stories about it in fiction all the damn time, but in real life, does that shit actually happen? Sweating bullets, I quickly glance around the class, noting their complete silence. Of course, it would just have to be the only thing that actually gets their attention during the lesson. Another thing that I've never had happen to me is, getting the phone taken off you in class. But then again, I never had a phone back when I was in school. The first phone I had didn't even freaking have calls on it. It's just like, I just liked it because I could, do voice recordings and take pictures. Barely take videos because it barely had any space on it. It was literally a brick. It's a Sony Ericsson, and if I could find a charger and the phone, I imagine it would still function. But that was quite a few years after I'd started being taught at home, and so I never had a situation where a teacher's confiscated shit like that off me. But anyways, I'm rambling again. After a scant few seconds examining the page, he rolls the paper up into a small tube and lightly bops Misha over the head with it. Half an hour until you can hop off to the student council. I think you can hold on until then. Misha's face cracks as the entire class erupts into laughter. He might well be awkward, but he knows how to handle her excellently. I'd probably feel sorry for her if I went as busily stifling my own laughter.
Hisao, is that one it?
No, I think that's some foreign airline. What airline would it be anyway to go from the UK to Japan? Because if it's saying foreign one, well actually, it probably would be like a Japanese airline really, wouldn't it? I don't know. And so the third aircraft there, not on, comes in to land. For the first half hour we've been whiling away the time with small snippets of pointless chatter. Lilly and Akira's flight has been delayed, and at this rate it will probably be dark before their plane arrives. I've had that happen. Well, not a delay to that point, but I've got on planes that have been delayed. It's quite a common occurrence, really, isn't it? I mean, it's understandable, if they just even with delays, be like, no, fuck that, man. We're getting on a plane, but it hasn't even arrived yet. No, we're getting on the plane. That doesn't even make sense. It's not even here yet. And it's just there'll be issues, just technical issues, just oh, we gotta do something, we gotta readjust something or something like that. And if you just say, fuck that, I'm getting on the plane, it's a bad idea, wouldn't it?
Is that one it?
No, the company colors are on. Hanako's eyes flutter left and right, following the trickle of people in and out of the huge glass doors ahead of us. Fortunately, nobody pays her much heed. Their attention apparently directed towards greater things.
Maybe that one is it?
No, I think that's... Hold on a minute. I think that one might be it after all.
It takes still some time, more time before the billboard changes the flight status to disembark. Keeping out loud, the yawn sneaks up on me. Not allowing enough time to stifle it, my sleep.
Patterns have once again been all over the place. Shit, that's the story of my life. In particular right now, my sleeping pattern is shit. As usual though, isn't it? Likely due to a mix of worrying about Hanako and the side effects of my medications.
Hisao, over there.
I look to Hanako, then follow her gaze to the airport door. We didn't even get to go into the airport itself. Oh, Lily, they're here.
Really?
We all call out to each other in greeting, quickly shuffling over to the side to avoid blocking the passage of others.
Lily!
Hanako jumps forward to hug Lily, a wide smile on her face being all that's needed to see her happiness at Lily's return. Lily simply smiles in return, her voice soft. It's wonderful to meet you again, Hanako. As the two give each other a hug, well deserved after all that's happened while she was gone, I turned to Akira. Yo! You're pretty late. Yeah, there was a pretty bad storm over the airport. We got drenched just going from the car to the door. I guess you'll appreciate the weather here more then. Welcome back, you two. Back to you too, Lily. Yeah, that's probably it's like, oh man, we went to Scotland, it was raining all the goddamn time. Just like, I've heard stories about the UK and how the weather's shit, but I wasn't expecting it to actually be shit. And you know, it's true, man, except, not recently. Well, I think it has been raining recently. I mean, I'm not from Scotland, but I'm from the UK, so, you know, it doesn't matter where in the UK, the weather's shit all around, usually. But it's been an odd kind of couple of months, really, where it'd be like sunny, warm, cloudy, rainy, then sunny. It's just like, what the fuck's going on to that? Because usually we don't see the sun much. I mean, I usually see it as spring is our summer, and then once it comes around the summer, then it just like, it's warm but always rains. But this year felt a bit different. More sun and then rain, sort of. But there was still rain, but it felt like it was more sun than usual. And it's freaking autumn now, isn't it? And you'd think, oh no, that's the sun gone until spring. But nope, it's still around, occasionally. Anyways. Hanako breaks off from Lily as I speak. For a long time, none of us says a word. What? It's like, none of us says a word while he speaks. Contrary to what I'd thought her homecoming would be like, the atmosphere feels awkward, almost stifling. Both of us try to guess each other's feelings, not quite sure about what should be said. Well, I imagine it's awkward because you've developed even more feelings for her in that time. Damn, this is exactly what I feared when I thought of trying to move things forward between us. Lily runs her hand through her fair hair and awkwardly twirls one of her bangs in her fingers. Clearly trying to think of how best to react. Eventually, thankfully, Lily gives a small sigh and breaks the silence. Thank you, Hisao. It's nice to be back. Are you okay? You look tired. Well, I imagine you would. Different time zones, long-ass flight. I've never had to experience that personally, but I imagine it must be very disorientating. Evidently not recollecting herself all that well, she quickly waves her hand in front of her face to stave off any concern. Hanako may have over her. I'm okay, really. It's just a bit of jet lag. Weak? You don't have any? She simply gives a big grin, puffing out her modest chest. I feel absolutely fine. That's not fair. Oh, well, you shouldn't take too long to get rid of it. Ah, that's right, Misha. Yeah? Don't we have a holiday from school soon? I'd have forgotten if Misha hadn't reminded me this morning. We got a 3-day weekend starting from tomorrow. Akira playfully bumps her elbow lightly into Lily's side, grinning. Told you wouldn't miss it. You have something planned? If now that you know Hanako are busy. I've got no plans, so something to do would be appreciated. Hanako? No, nothing. That's good. I was thinking we could go to my family's summer house for a bit of quiet over the break. We've rarely used it recently, though, so we'd have to dust things off a little while we're there. Summer home? Wait, so does her family actually have a summer home in Japan? Oh, where is it? Up north in Hokkaido. The place is practically deserted, so it should be a nice quiet break for you guys. You're not coming? No, I got a little holiday of my own set up with my boyfriend. I lower my eyes at her, suspicious of her intentions. Sounds like we're just cleaning up the summer house for you. That's perhaps a valid conclusion. Both of us zero in on Akira, her face somewhat evasive. Looks like we were right. That's just a convenient bonus, really. Me and the guy left it in pretty good condition last we were there, promise. Now then, I'm out of here.
Already, Akira.
She quickly turns and walks away, her hand held high. See you in a few days, guys. Lily and I can only sigh at her hasty retreat.
It does sound like it would be a nice place to go.
Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, taking her carry bag in one hand and placing her other on Hanako's shoulder for guidance as we begin to make our way to the taxi area. After the fracas of the past few days, spending a weekend in the country alone with her and Hanako sounds like a dream. The more I think about it, the more sure I am. This will be the right time and place to confess my feelings to her. Well, that was different, wasn't it, the way I did that? Add a bit of extra rhythm to the doop doop. The morning chill wraps itself around my shivering body. I huff into my cupped hands to desperately try and stave off the cold as we mill about on the station platform. Lily's clothing looks rather ill-suited for the temperature around us, and I can only hope it's indicative of what she expects the world to be like at our destination. Damn it, Lily, why'd we have to get here so early?
Unfortunately, the train schedule is against us. The next train to Hokkaido is at 2 in the afternoon.
Great, just great. I pause a moment to wipe some sleep out of my eyes, and Lily promptly takes advantage of the opening.
Cheer up, Hisao.
You know, I'm gonna sit properly. Lying down makes voice acting difficult.
Cheer up, Hisao. Once we get there, it'll be much warmer.
Why not just take the bullet train? A normal train's going to take hours to get us there, so we may as well take the Shinkansen! You know what, freaking, no, actually, I was just thinking, god damn it, I've got that, but a bit, screw it, I'm gonna freaking, like, when editing, I'm going to freaking find the part of the original LP Go Nippon I did on my other channel years ago. I'm gonna find that freaking clip where I was like over enthusiastically voice acting the protagonist's over enthusiastic attitude towards the Shinkansen right here. Of course I am, it's the Shinkansen, the Shinkansen! Not only is it the fastest train in the world, it's no lie to... Sorry, the contact pointer was on your boob. Well, you're flat chest, but you get the idea. I don't know why I was doing that. Not only is it the fastest train in the world, it's no lie to say it's the safest, most technologically advanced train out there. But also a bird chirping. Now with that out of the way, so we may as well take the Shinkansen line as far north as it goes and just switch at the end. This reminds me. Actually, that was Cromartie High, wasn't it? Completely different. The anime called Cromartie High, or Cromartie High School, whatever. I remember there was an episode where they end up doing that, and they end up freaking not getting off at the right stop, so they end up going all the way to somewhere else. It was a really random episode, but then again, that whole anime is completely weird and random. There's a certain charm to all the trains, wouldn't you agree? I'd agree if I weren't freezing in the morning cold because we decided to take one.
I'm sorry, Hisao.
Sorry, what for?
I was the one who suggested taking a normal train.
Way to make me feel guilty. All I can do is sigh and cover my face with my hand. It's fine, I'm just grumbling.
My, Hanako, you shouldn't shoulder all the blame for yourself. Even without your suggestion, I'd still have opted for the same thing.
Thankful for the quick interception from Lily, I take a quick gander around the station. Aside from us, the train platform is all but deserted, the morning dew settling on the empty benches. I guess no one else was masochistic enough to brave the very early morning. Though if someone was, they more than noticed the huge bags both Lily and Hanako brought with them. Just what did you have to pack into those things anyway?
The bags.
She paused a moment and tilts her head in thought.
A change of clothing, raincoat, oat underwear, sleepwear, a number of books. I think that's most of it.
You make it sound as if I'm unprepared.
You brought less.
Underwear and a pack of cards, that's it. my bills, but never mind that. Wait, so, what about the rest of your clothes then? No pajamas. Damn, I knew I forgot something. As I ruffle my hair in frustration, Lily sighs. There'd be clothes you could use there. Akira still occasionally goes there after all. And I think some of our parents' clothing is still in storage. I don't think there'll be any problem with you borrowing a set of pajamas if need be. Thanks, still I don't mind just sleeping in my normal clothing. For 2 days? Good points. Not really though, 2 days would be borderline. It's more that looking even a little like a slope would be unacceptable while in the presence of 2 girls. I was really leisurely talk on the station platform when an announcement sounds from the loudspeakers, loudly heralding our ride's arrival. Looking past Lilly and Hanako though, the train's still well out of sight. A quick check of my watch is enough to see that it's the one we'll be taking. The 50:30 train was ours, right? Correct. However you want me to take your bags, mine's not exactly heavy. My, that's very gentlemanly of you, Hisao. Don't accept too reluctantly now. As I bend down to pick up Lily's large bag, I look up to see Hanako picking up hers. You fine with that? A silent nod's the only answer. I'm starting to get the feeling that by the trip's end, I'll be able to count every sentence she said on one hand. CG! It's a nice CG. With the morning landscape passing by the window and the occasional rattle of the train bumping the carriage around, I try to focus my attention on the age and playing cards held in my hands. So is he gonna play cards with Hanako while Lily reads? That adorable face. I'll raise you 5. She scrunches her face up and leans over to Lily conspiracy. The two exchanged a few whispered words. Considering how often this has happened so far, I'm come to doubt Hanako's grasp of how to play poker. I don't know how to play poker either. It doesn't seem to disturb Lily's reading though, her hands flitting over each page with only occasional corrections to account for the train's bumping and rocking. The collection of chess pieces that we're using as ships is steadily growing anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Looking around us, our carriage is almost as empty as the station platform we had waited for the train itself on. Only a handful of people can be seen, looking mostly like tourists and couples on holiday. So the two continue their less than pleasant strategizing. The small boy looks over the seat and stares at me, hoping he doesn't begin to stare at Hanako, or simply give him a wave and a smile. Thankfully he retreats back to his seat after finding me far too boring to waste his attention on. I'll see you and raise you another 5. Damn, you got me. I pose. I've been bluffing and she's caught me. Hanging my head, I push over a large portion of my winnings. Hanako looks absolutely delighted. Ah, look at that smile. And even if Lily keeps her attention focused on her reading material, I can see the smirk on her face. They're both extremely pleased. For a moment I try to work out what Lily's reading, but that cover is too faded to read beyond the fact that Roman letters are on it. Pity I can't read the braille above the printed title. There is no printed title, Hisao, it's blank. What are you reading, Lily? The title looks like it's in English. I don't see no title, Hisao, unless it's at the bottom of the book. I guess that could be a possibility, but still. That's right, Then there were none, an old-played story. I could read it to you if you'd like. She extends the offer with a grin, obviously in jest. I think I'll pass, thanks.
After a seemingly endless trip, we finally reached the promised land of the Sato summer house. Even after the train trip, the walk-up seemed to take forever. Despite my grumblings though, I'd have never guessed the sight that would be in store for us once we traveled that long deserted road. It looks more like a farmhouse than the every house I'd imagined, small in size and surrounded by trees and bushes. Yeah, it kinda does, doesn't it? Well, it is in the countryside, but it doesn't need to look like a farmhouse of sorts, does it? An empty expanse of wheat fields and farming lands can be seen as we walk up, the fencing only consisting of rickety old wooden planks. Really drives home how far we are from the major cities. It is a sight that feels antipathetically to the environment I grew up in. The only thing that doesn't surprise me is its western styling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So like that has a, well, yeah, Western setting kind of look to it, doesn't it? Wow, it's amazing out here.
It's wonderful. That's nice to hear. While Akira may have said that she kept the house in reasonable condition, I was worried that we might have different standards of reasonable.
It looks like there isn't enough soul for miles. I thought Akira would be the type to keep to the city. Lily furrows her brow in thought, seemingly recalling almost forgotten knowledge.
From memories, there's a small town not too far ahead. Other than that though, this is largely just old farmland. Akira and I stayed on our parents' house, which was in the nearest city for a while. But after they left, we decided to move into a smaller, more easily maintainable house.
To find a place like this in Japan nowadays, it's kind of animalistic.
Well, this town does have quite a bit of history.
I looked down the street one last time before getting back to the task at hand. Shall we go in then? I'm parched.
It's a long walk to get here.
Willie gives an enthusiastic nod. The three of us lunge in our bags into the house. Next time, we will see what this house looks like from the inside. And then it doesn't show the inside. Well, it obviously will. But what a way to like start things off. She finally gets back and now we're staying at a summer home that looks like a small farmhouse. But anyways, I will be safe for next time because I've got to upload this part, you know. And it's probably just the one part in this recording as a result because it's freaking late. And if I don't freaking just stop the recording, edit it and then upload it, it'll take forever. And it'll end up being like past midnight, and then the annoying thing that always bugs me, it'll be like, oh, uploaded on the 28th at midnight or some shit. I want to stay consistent, damn it. The 27th, damn it. So anyways, see you next time, viewers. See you next time.